Hello, everyone. You're welcome to the first episode of Tech Talk, um, our monthly town hall meeting, and we are so glad to have you here. So, I would like everyone to mention their names and tell us where they are watching from, and also do well to invite somebody because we are about to have a very great and nice section here. So, can I get to know where we are watching from and mention your name? All right. So down to the business of the day. I would like to I would like to tell us what we know about Tech It Girls. I know we have people joining us for the first time and also people joining us that have been joining us and this is not our first time, but still I would like to address what Tech It Girls is all about. Tech It Girls is a non-governmental organization whereby our major aim is to train ladies and also to help ladies in concrete tech into whatever field they find themselves. What did I mean by that? We are an organization that encourage ladies to do whatever they have, their career, to align to it in the aspect of tech. That's what majorly what we do. We do trainings, we do a lot of things, we do conferences, we do seminars, and one of what we do is what we have here, which is our monthly town hall meeting. And this is not the first time we'll be doing this. We've been doing this since last year. And next month by February will be another sections to join us. But I'm so glad to have you here, and I'm so glad that you could actually make it to join us today. And what is our mission? At Tech It Girls, our mission is to train and mentor and empower ladies to learn and add more skills and to incorporate tech into whatever field they find themselves. This is our missions. And our visions is to, to have an ecosystem of women who are tech educated and empowered to find a safe place in a community. What that mean by that is the fact that we want a ecosystem, a community whereby people, especially the ladies, can come into maybe not understanding what tech is all about or finding it difficult to navigate their way in tech. But we want to have a community whereby they can come and they get help. And what is our core values? We have togetherness, honesty, respect, and progress, and also leadership. These are some of the things we do at Tech Kids Girls, and I'm so happy that you're part of us, and I'm so happy to have you join us. And now to the business of the day. I can remember the first time I heard us talking. Wow. All right. This is one of the major topics that is very important to us as a community and also as an individual, because a lot of ladies struggle with this aspect, or not only ladies, every individuals generally. They know about tech, and they are so particular that this is tech is just about coding, nothing more, nothing less. And they find it difficult to understand the fact that I don't have to study computer science before I can actually do tech. A lot of people find it difficult to do that. That's one of the major reasons why we, bring it up to us that everybody needs to be aware about the fact that you can actually incorporate tech into any field you find yourself. And our wonderful speaker, this is not the first time we'll be bringing her to into Tech It Girls. And there was a particular event we organized that was last year, and she was talking about uh agriculture, how you can actually incorporate tech into agriculture. And it was a section that I got a better understanding of, oh yes, this is right, I don't have to study computer science. And I know that she's ready for us to do justice to any questions you have, anything bothering your mind about how you can actually do whatever field you find yourself, and how you can actually do tech with it. I will be introducing our speakers to us, not to waste our time, so that we can get right into what we have today. So, yes, to our speaker, Blessing holds a master degree in mathematical science from AIMS, as a well as well as a postgraduate degree in machine learning from the African Masters in Machine Learning (AMMI) in Ghana. A commitment to solve real life problems led to collaboration with local and international researchers and professionals in disciplines like agriculture, health, and etc. Blessing is currently employed as a research assistant at Tech at Spain, the Research Institute of Engineering, where she used machine learning to address societal and industrial issues through the study and development of intelligent system. So let's make welcome Blessing, as she'll be taking us through the topic we have today. And I know that we want to get a lot of our adjusting notes, and so that we can actually learn a lot. And I don't want us to just come with our adjusting note alone, come with a lot of questions, so we can begin to drop questions as we are listening to her. Blessing, you're welcome. I don't know if you can hear me, and if you can meet yourself and talk to us. Hi, Blessing. Oh, we can't hear you. Not yet. Your mic is muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, very well. Welcome,
Okay,
Blessing.
thank you. All right, so let me go straight to the business of the day. I'll share my screen now. I think it's loading. All right. So can you see my screen? Hello, can anyone still hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can see your screen and I can hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you for having me once again. It's a nice experience. The last time we had, I think, was it a yearly summit or so, but it was interesting joining you guys then. So for today, we'll be looking at how we can incorporate tech into our various career, be it in health, in communication technology, whatever it is. So how can you incorporate tech with it? So basically, I'm going to take us through a journey into AI. All right, so these are my outline for today. So I'll talk briefly about AI and technology. We have to look at the overview of integrating tech into our various career paths, the different career domains, and practical steps on how to go about it. Then we have our conclusion. All right, so first, when we talk about tech, it's just tools and machines, systems, methods, different strategies to solve problem in order to make it simple, like solving problem in a simple format. So the same problem you want to solve using your human skill or knowledge, you can have a machine or tool or maybe a system to help you solve it. So basically that's technology. And if we look at this, we have three key things here: system, tools, methods, and machine. Looking at this, you'll notice there is no human, like human, how should I put it? Human help here. Fine, you'll be the one to do the input part where you program things and all of that, but the system helps you do the main job. So when we are using systems or machines, maybe method or algorithm to help us solve a specific task, we can liken that to be using an artificial intelligence. So basically, if someone asks you what is AI, AI is not just about coding, like the presenter rightly said, the first person who presented. She said AI is not just about coding. Like technology is not just about coding. You don't have to know how to code in Python, in C++, in C Sharp, whatever, before you can use any technology. So there are some tech like machines or systems that you can make use of without explicitly coding. So let's look at the different aspects of tech that we have. We have the information technology, computers, laptops, and all of these things helps us automate some of the things we do manually. We have our communication technology. Thank God for smartphones that we have now. You can talk to anyone from any part of the world. You can send emails, video conferencing. We have our social media platform, TikTok, WhatsApp, whatever. And we also have biotech, those in medicine. They apply most of this tech even in their domain too, and it's really really encouraging. Like there are so many innovations when it comes to health. Then we have some medical technology. You can stay in your house and have a phone consultation with your doctor. You don't have to like go to the hospital, and everything will be monitored virtually. Transportation technology. In some countries, we have autonomous vehicles, like vehicles that can drive on their own without anybody like driving and all of that. So we have all those automation in in transport system, as well as even in education. It's obvious since the since we had this what's it called, the COVID-19, so many e-learning, like we have so many e-learning platforms now that you can sit in the comfort of your house, have your learning, going on streets like smooth without any problem. So you find the teacher is there to teach and all of that, but everything is done virtually at the comfort of your zone, of your home. So now, like I said before, artificial intelligence is mainly computer system or machines that performs tasks that requires human intelligence. So you don't necessarily like have to be a computer scientist before you can use artificial intelligence. For instance, if I ask a question like 1 plus 1, everybody knows the answer. That is 2, right? Can anybody hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good. So I just want to like make sure we are following. So I don't talk to myself alone since I can't see anyone from here. So now, if I ask a question like 1 plus 1, it's obvious like everybody will know the answer to be 2. But if I went further to ask a question like 1 plus 1 times 2 times 3 plus 4 minus 7, I know like 98% of us will bring out a calculator. The calculator is the AI that is helping you solve the question I asked. You were able to answer the first question because it was simple, so you used your human intelligence. But my second question was a little bit tricky and maybe difficult. So you had to use the calculator. That calculator is an example of artificial intelligence. You're not using your human intelligence now. You've made use of an artificial intelligence, which was the calculator that you use. So systems that helps you solve a task that require human intelligence is artificial intelligence. That's just a general idea. And that's what tech is all about. So AI does not mean you have to code, you have to know machine learning, you have to do some algorithms, blah 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 before. No. You can be like practicing or involved in AI even in your day-to-day activities without necessarily coding. Now, most people interchange it with machine learning. Now, machine learning itself, it's defined. When a machine learns, that's just the definition of machine learning. When a machine learns, let me give you a typical example. I want to learn how to drive a car. Now, Blessing wants to learn. What will I do? First, I need to go to a driving school, gain the experience, right? Let's say the experience is E. Now I gain the experience like maybe for 3 months or 4 months, and then my tutor teacher gives me a car for me to drive. That is my tax. Now he or she would need to measure my performance if I'm driving well or not. So they can give me the certificate or maybe a driver license or whatever. So machine learning involves three things: the experience, the tax, and the performance measure P. So, what is machine learning? A computer program is said to learn from experience with respect to some class of task T and performance measure P if its performance at task T, as measured by P, improves with experience E. So, the basic thing is the experience, the task,
Hi,
and the
hi,
performance.
Blessing. I don't know if you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but I think you're trying to move your slides, but we can't see it.
I'm not moving
Like
my
it's
slide. I'm still on one slide. Can you see my screen?
yes, the empowering career with technology. Is that where you're still on?
No,
That's what we
no,
are still saying.
no. Okay, I think let me stop sharing and share again. Let me see. Um, let me let me stop this.
Yeah, we can see your screen now is moving. What is artificial intelligence? Is that where you are?
Yes,
Yes, we can see it.
yes. Okay. So can you still see it now?
Yes, what is artificial intelligence?
Okay,
Yes, we
good.
can.
So maybe I should not go with the slideshow. So like I explained earlier, any system or machine that helps you achieve any task that usually require human intelligence is the artificial intelligence that has been dealt with. And I made mention that it does not necessarily involve coding. Like you don't need to be a computer scientist or a computer engineer to have any AI tools. I said your typical calculator is an example of artificial intelligence. Now, I'm explaining what machine learning is now. Just as the name implies, when a machine learns. So, when you try to train a particular machine or tool, a machine can be anything here, a particular system, in order for it to gain experience, like the way I gained experience, like 4 months experience driving, right? My tutor gave me a car to try to like drive to see if I'm doing well. My performance will be measured by this tutor, and then I will try to update my learning experience. Maybe in the course of the driving, I couldn't make a U-turn. He or she will be like, oh, blessing, next time, this is what you need to do for you to make a U-turn. Now my experience has improved based on this performance measure. That's basically what machine learning is. So, in a nutshell, artificial intelligence is the broad term, like let me say technology, quote and unquote. Under artificial intelligence, we now have machine learning, where you try to train a machine to do certain tasks for you. After training, you measure its performance and then update its learning. That's just what machine learning is. So it's an aspect of artificial intelligence. So here you train a machine, you don't train machine, like it's not all AI that involves training a machine. Now, when the task now becomes too big or too ambiguous, we now have to go to what we call deep learning. There's another field. That's where you have your Siri, Alexa, and co. It's difficult training a computer system to speak your dialect. Even human, it's difficult for me to learn, let me say, French. For someone in Nigeria to learn French, it's difficult. So let alone training a machine to learn French. So that is where we have our deep learning models. So that's another aspect. So what am I trying to say? When you talk about technology, it's another name for it is artificial intelligence, meaning using systems or or tools to help you perform tasks that it will require your human intelligence, but maybe because of time or efficiency, you decided to use a system. So that's just the summary of what AI is. So if someone asks you, "Are you into AI?" you can say yes, even though you are not coding explicitly, because there are some tools you're using that you requires human intelligence, but you decided to use it to make your work fast and more efficient. So you are using AI. So that is that. And I have a question. Aside from the calculator I gave, can you give me like another artificial intelligence task or tool that you have used that is not machine learning? So you did not code, but you had to use that tool in order to make your work maybe fast or more efficient. Can I get like one or two responses? So I will be sure we understand what AI is. If you're typing, I can't see the chat box. Let me see. Okay. Okay, your mobile phone, yes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's move forward. Now, what are the different domains where we can apply tech or AI? So the first one we want to look at is in medicine. For some of us in health, like if your courses are anatomy, you're doing medicine, blah blah blah. What if your course is like directly linked to health, or maybe you are in maybe computer science and you feel like applying some of these skills to tackle some of the health problem that we have, it is very, very possible. So AI has been proven to be very, very efficient when it comes to patient diagnosis, drug discovery. There are some analysis. People who produce drugs don't just produce the drugs because they think it's okay. They've done so many experiments, and this experiment needs to be analyzed. So most of the tools for analyzing these big experiments are AI tools, like AI tools. So AI tools has really helped in discovering drugs. That's also improved physician to patient communication, transcribe medical documents. There are some documents that when that is only written by doctors and the language is solely understood by doctors. Let me put it that way. So for you as a layman to understand what the doctor is saying, we have some transcription that needs to take place. So transcribing this lot of medical record, like, is always tiring doing it manually. So there are some AI tools you can implement to help you do all of this automatically. So you can focus on more difficult tasks. So that's just the idea here. And then we have for those in marketing, for those studying marketing and all of that, marketing related courses. It's very, very like useful here. You can try to see your customer experience. For instance, maybe you're employed as a marketer in a very big company and they want to really understand the customers' intent, like what are they buying more? Why are they buying what they are buying? And at what time of the year are they buying what they are buying? For instance, the sales of umbrella will not be so much, like the sales will not be high during dry season. It's obvious that it's during rainy season we sell umbrella. So based on this timing, how can we like advertise to our customers so they can buy more umbrella during raining season? What should we do? How can we give customer incentive and all of that? These are done using AI tools. For instance, if you have like up like 3,000 customers, you don't need to go to their houses one after the other. You don't need to make phone calls, like personal phone calls for 3,000 people. It's tiring and it's not efficient. So there are ways you can send bulk SMS. For some of us that use it, send a generic email to everyone, try to understand their intent and why they're buying what. All these are achieved using AI tools. Don't forget, AI is not necessarily machine learning. There are other tools you can use that does not really require coding. So for marketers, it's very, very important for better content and offers to improve performance metric and also increase productivity, which will at the end give you higher return. You have high profits. Okay, so let's look at the next domain. We have in finance. We have in finance. Why do you think your bank sends you SMS on your birthday? Do you think they have to cram your birthday on their in their memory? No, we have some AI tools that automatically sends birthday wishes or prayers to everyone on their birthday. So these are algorithms that have been programmed on their system. On the maybe 12th of July is Blessing's birthday. Send this message to Blessing on the 12th of everything has been programmed. And there are some tools that helps also to identify risk management. If you maybe go to a bank and you want to make some investments, you have someone you talk to. These are things that you will like analyze based on the data history. Like tell you, oh, don't go into this. Why not try this? Why not try this? Stock markets prediction. Why do you think some people make more profits? Why some people lose? They've been able to study the market trend. Oh, this sales is it's okay. Let me buy these shares and all of that. So you can make so many decisions when it comes to um, using AI to help you optimize some of these things. What you should have been doing manually, you can do it automatically to save you time, energy, like less stress. For those that trade, AI, it's very, very important. If you want to go into trading and all of that, personalized banking, process automation, so many things are automated, like automated in most industries now. So in finance, it is very, very important. You have lots of people. You will not want to like um go to everyone like one after the other. No, there are things you can do general, and it will save you so much time when you use AI. Now let's look at this application in education. A typical example, like I gave, during COVID, most of us still went to school, not physical like classrooms, like this boy now. The teacher is still in his or her house and is teaching. So the boy has access to a computer system and all of that and is able to still learn. And for some of us that visit libraries, some of the libraries now are now e-libraries. These books have been made into PDF formats that you can read online. You can get free courses online. What we are doing now is possible because of AI. I have a computer, or you can also stream from your phone. All these are tools that can help enhance learning without the four walls of like the normal education system. So it has a very huge advantage when it comes to education. There are some free online courses you can learn on your own, even without going to school. You get certificates online. So all these are possible because of AI. Also, let's look at it in human resource domain. Do you think LinkedIn just match you up with recruiters because they checked your profile one on one? No, there are ads, or let me put it like algorithms programmed on LinkedIn to match recruiters and job seekers. So these are AI tools that automate things. For instance, if you put it on LinkedIn that you need a job, blah, 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 some people will reach out to you and they'll tell you, oh, I went through your profile. I saw you are a best fit for this position. Can we have a phone interview, blah, blah, blah. And you take it from there. And even some companies, when you apply, for instance, a company that needs a position of a cleaner, and you have like 1,000 applicants for that position. You have your family to take care, you have your own career to face, you have other things to do. How can you look at this 1,000 CVs? It's not possible. Like humanly, it's not possible. So there is this algorithm that tries to search for keywords. So that's why let me just chip in this as an advice. When you are applying for a particular position, look at the keywords in that job advert and tailor your CV based on those keywords, because they will try to use an algorithm to like scrutinize this resume. That's why I put it here, AI for hiring. Resumes are being checked using algorithms. If these particular keywords are not found in your resume, just forget about it. Forget your experience and everything. You have to tailor it based on these keywords that are very, very, that were seen during the job adverts. Or maybe you know that these keywords are, for instance, you are into data analysis, and most of the keywords like maybe your tools are not well written. There's no Python, there's no C sharp sharp, blah blah blah. All these tools are not there. How do you think you'll be hired? And you're telling me you have programmed, you have blah, no matter how how sweet the story might look like, if these keywords are not there, AI algorithm might not like pick your resume as part of those to be um um maybe hired or something. And also, once these resumes have been scrutinized from maybe 1,000, AI have been able to pick like 300 CVs that has this keyword. Then you, the HR, comes and check this. At least checking 300, it's more like easier compared to checking 1,000. So you come in now and check this 300 like on your own to see what you really want. So you can also use all some of these algorithms or tools to schedule interview appointments. For these 300 candidates, you want to send an SMS to them for them to come for interview on the 6th of April. You don't have to go, dear blessing, blessing, you have an appointment, blah, blah, blah. You go again, dear Abimbola, you have been selected. Dear Mosumola, you have been selected. Dear Israel, no. There's a way you can send an SMS and the names will be included. These are AI tools that you can make use of. Just one SMS and the 300 candidates will have the email. So instead of you sending 111. So you can also chat with applicants. We have different chats tech that you can use to chat with applicants. You've been selected, blah blah blah, and all of those. So even while you aside from hiring, even your current employee, you can also use AI tools for their retention. Send out a survey for them to fill their experiences working with you, how long they have been in the industry, anonymous, no name will be seen. So nobody will say, oh, Lagbaja said this, and Blessing said that. No, anonymous like survey, they feel, then you try to analyze their interests, what are the things that is really eating them up that they cannot open up to you as an HR, but they can feel it like on a Google form or something. So for human resources, AI tools are also very, very important. And you can also incorporate AI as an HR. So the last one here I have is in agriculture. So I'm just using agriculture here, but you can incorporate it in any field. So I just speak agriculture here. So look at this guy holding a phone. The phone has an app with sensor like in on it that is able to tell let me say this is a farmer now, it's able to tell, oh, you have this pest, the temperature is this, the humidity is this, the water content, based on how this information has been configured. These are AI tools. So you don't need to like look at how big this land is. How do you want to go check manually? It's time consuming and tiring. So with just an app, which is an AI tool, you can get the information on a go. Like you get what you really want. Another application here is this drone. The drone that's we are used to is maybe for shooting videos and making films. You can also use it for agriculture when you want to like water your plants. Look at this drone now; it's able to like automatically water the plants. And if you look at the watering system, it's uniform. So unlike you manually doing it, you might there's tendency for you to have more water on one side and less water on the other side. But with this drone, everything is uniformly distributed and is done without any stress. You just have to program it, and then the drone will do the work automatically. So there are several applications here in agriculture, like a lot for those in agriculture. Okay, so now having seen all these applications that we've highlighted, can we see the next slide, please? I need to confirm.
Yes, that should be how do we incorporate tech into
Yes,
our
yes, yes.
yes.
Thank you. So now we want to see how we can incorporate it into our various career. Now we don't want to like go um on each career because we don't really have the time here. Like, oh, okay, for finances, is what we would do in agriculture. No, this is just a generic step, but it can be applied anywhere. I mean, anywhere. I'm sure of that. The first thing you need to do is to identify the relevant technology based on your field. That's the number one thing. Don't just identify technologies, it must be aligned to your field or whatever you are interested in working on. For instance, my background was in maths. So I knew I would do something related to applied mathematics. So what are the techs tech that I need to use when it comes to applying math and all these algorithms and co. So I knew I needed, oh, okay, I started from Excel, do some basic arithmetic using Excel formulas and all of that. So I graduated like that, and then programming. So that is it. Just identify the relevant technology that you know will be useful based on your field. Not because my friend is doing this, I need to also do this. No. Maybe your field does not really require you to even do any type of coding. For instance, if you're an HR, you might not necessarily need skills that has to do with a lot of coding. There are online free AI tools that you can use to automate some of your HR work, like some of the tasks you do as an HR. I gave a typical example. You need to recruit someone for a position and you have 1,000 CV to look at. There are online screening tools that you can use to screen those CV, maybe to 500 or 300. Then you can now sit down and look at this 300 on your own. It's less cumbersome compared to looking at the 1,000 altogether. So, and once you identify the relevant tools based on your field, stay informed about the latest technologies. Excel is good, Excel is fine, but there are other tech tools that can do some of the things that Excel cannot do. So if I had stayed in level of, oh, Excel is okay, I'm good with Excel, or maybe SPSS, I don't need to like learn anything new, then your skills might not be really useful, like quote and unquote. So you need to stay relevant in your industry. So try to see what is in vogue. The same way we are relevant when it comes to fashion, be relevant also in your career. Know what is in vogue in your career. Read papers. See what others are doing. And then the next thing, continuous learning and training. Like I said, all thanks to e-platforms online. We have several free online courses that you can learn from. I mean, several. I've learned most of my coding online, not a classroom stuff. So even if your teacher is there to teach you in class, he or she will only give you an introductory course. But hands-on projects and all of those things, you find them online. For instance, cargo competition. Maybe you want to like increase your portfolio, you want to see what is really happening in the industry. Cargo competition, I recommend it because most of these competitions are taxed from the industry. They bring in, aside from the money, don't look at maybe the winner also. Just try to lay your hands on it and then see what you can do. And then compare your code or your results with your colleagues. So it's very important. As once you identify the area based on your field, the next thing is to learn. And then the number three thing is to adapt it. Don't don't compare should I say our present day technology with what our teachers had like 20 or 30 years ago. No, no. I met someone who did statistics. She's a lecturer. And now she's saying that the statistics she had then is not giving her what she wants, that she wants to dive into machine learning. You see, she had that basics, should I say basics of machine learning, because basics of machine is still math and stat. So but she was eager to like learn something new. You see, so she was like, no, she don't want to stay in the aspect of just teaching stats. She wants to like do some project and all of that. So try to adapt all these skills that you have learned during your period of like learning things online and all of that, because it's evolving, like it's changing. Things are changing, and then be flexible. Be flexible, because if you're not, you might not be able to adapt whatever you learn on your field. Don't say, oh, this is how I know this is how it works. This is how my teacher taught me. No, be flexible. Okay, what if I do this? What if I change this parameter? What if I change 1 to 2? What will happen? What if I change 2 to 4? What will happen? Try things, be flexible. This will help you learn more. Then the number fourth thing is technology application. It's one thing for you to have a tool, it's another thing to be able to apply it well. So just knowing the tool is not enough. Oh, I know there's something called Python. Okay, how you don't even know how to apply it, you don't know how should I put it, how to bring it down to your own domain to make it useful, not just for entertaining sake. Okay, I can code in Python. How can you use this to solve real world problem? That's why I advised cargo competition is very, very important, because that's where you see real industry problems, like industry pro- problems, and then you solve. These are very, very important. The last thing is collaboration and communication. Whatever you learn, try to teach. It's very important. The more you teach, the more you also learn. And then collaborate with people. Collaborate, like have a community that you can belong to, discuss problems. Oh, I have this idea, it's very interesting. What do you think? Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, oh, I have, you might find someone who has done something similar, and then the person is able to, like, oh, based on my experience in the project I did the last time, I think I can help you with this. So instead of you to start from scratch and waste a lot of time, someone who has that experience will be able to, like, okay, this was what I faced. I don't want you to face it. Let's do it this way. You collaborate, and then so that's just the five basic steps that it's applicable in any domain, be it in computer, be it in IT, be it in health, in agriculture. These are the five steps that I will recommend. The first thing, you identify it based on your skill, based on your domain rather, then you learn. If you don't have money to go for the normal training, try to see there are many resources online that you can learn from. After learning, you try to adapt it, then apply it rightly, try to collaborate. It's really helpful. All right, so my final thoughts. I know most of us will be like, oh, since most things can be automated, job displacement will be very, very high. Fine, I wouldn't say yes, I wouldn't say no, because if you are relevant in your field, you try to reskill yourself, you try to upskill yourself, you will not be replaced. You will not be replaced. If your former job or maybe your current role, you are used to using Excel, fine. Excel is what your boss wants you to be using. Don't just stop at using Excel. Try to see other tools that can make your work faster than Excel. I know if you suggest this to your boss will not allow you to go and say, oh, you have to go, something is automated. No, you'll be the one to still remain. And also, I want us to notice that AI has two faces. Like we have the narrow AI and the general AI. We are still in the narrow AI, where we are able to carry out one specific trained task. Have you seen an algorithm or a system that can perform every task? When I mean every task. No, it's not possible. It's either a particular app is able to, okay, let me use our smartphone, for instance. For some of us that do Snapchats, blah, blah, blah. A particular filter will enlarge your ear. A particular filter will enlarge your nose. A particular filter will give you a particular style. So a particular filter cannot do everything. It's not possible. So you cannot have an algorithm or a machine that will perform everything. Then it's replacing human, which is not possible. So we are still here. And all these algorithms will still need human intervention to program. The computer cannot learn on its own. The system cannot learn on its own. So you are still valuable. You are still needed. So nobody is like displacing you. No, you are still needed because you'll be the one to program, test run, and all of these things. So we are still here for now. We are still here. And it's I know it's super difficult like to get here when you have something that can do everything, like everything. General AI is flexible and able to execute a multitude of tasks. So we've not gotten to this level yet. So we are still here. So nobody is like taking your role if you are upskilling yourself and you are relevant in your field. Like I said, there are some limitations to all this AI. They are not human. This AI, most of them lack emotional intelligence and critical thinking. Yes, because they are programmed, they are robots, quote and unquote. So the emotion is not there at all. The emotion is, for instance, you have an algorithm that scrutinizes what is it called? CVs. Now, and you're looking for a keyword like um passion, and you have programmed your AI to look for this keyword on the CV, passion. Since there's no passion on the, let me say, CV for Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams does not have anything that looks like passion on his CV. AI will filter it out. But if you are the one checking it personally, you'll be like, oh, this person has this experience here. This person is doing this. This person has done this. This person. So your emotion comes in and you'll be like, oh, this person will be very, very good for this position, even though the keyword passion is not there. So that's why I'm saying AI would not like replace human emotional intelligence and critical thinking because they lack it. So that's when we come in. So that's just my final thoughts for those who think AI will replace their job and all of those. It's just to enhance our work, to make it faster, flexible, should I say more efficient. So that is that. I think um, I've come to the end of my presentation. Thank you. So let me know if you have any question.
Thank you so very much. It has been a wonderful section, really. And for me, for example, I've been able to, jot down so many things, the aspect of AI, the aspect of, as someone that studied human resources, how you can actually, incorporate tech into what you do and how it can actually help you to work faster and better. And I know other people too, as I've gained a lot from these actually. And in case you have any questions, you can drop it on our YouTube channel so that we can pick it up from there. I know you've talked about this, but I would like to, ask, because one of those people that attended this program was asked the question about the fact that as a mathematician, you study mathematics in school, and I know that this is very applicable to you because you study mathematics. That how can she incorporate tech into what you do? So, if maybe in some minute or so, if you can, give us a practical steps of how you, as a mathematician, how you incorporate tech into your field.
Okay, I think I answered the question via an email. I don't know if you guys saw my email. You sent the question to me via email, and I sent like practical steps. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I can still like paraphrase it. Okay, so basically, AI, most of AI, they have um this background of calculations. Like if you need to like go for any machine learning or stuff that needs to do with AI, you'll be tested on algebra, calculus, and all of these things. So there is still an aspect of mathematics when it comes to AI. You cannot even You can't escape it. So if you know you want to study, it's like you want to go into machine learning, you need this background of mathematics. So for each steps, it's a bit long. It's a bit long. I might maybe send the email again, but it's something that is achievable from your should I say your year one. The basics of calculus is very important. Basics of calculus is important. You must be very, very good with your calculus, matrix optimization, like multiplying two matrices. What? Because most of let me say this image, you like your image is a matrix. If you look at it mathematically, fine, we are seeing the image, maybe a picture, but mathematically these are matrices. So how can you multiply these two? What can you alter that can give you a particular result? For instance, you are scaling a matrix. These are part of the filters we see on our phones. For some generated filters like um, this pix whatever, that you just pass in your face, and then a brand new clothes or shoe will be given to you. So these are like matrices multiplication, trying to alter a particular value there. So your mathematics is very important. It's very important. I have these steps that I've written down. Maybe I'll send it via email for whoever that is interested. Okay, I think that there's a question here. There's a myth that AI will replace our job. Please, can you shed more light on that? Secondly, how do you think the younger generation should make decision picking a career with it? Okay, so I shared a slide that talks about AI being at the should I say zero stage that lacks emotional intelligence. AI cannot replace your job. If you are upscaling, like you are learning every day, your job will not be replaced. If you're learning every day, your job will not be replaced. All these applications or tech still need human intervention. You will be the one to do the coding, you will be the one to do the test running, you will even be the one to like do more, like let me say 80% of the work. It's just the part of um efficiency, or maybe time, should I say um should I put it like time management? That's when we ask the AI to help us with it. For instance, you have a robot that can attend to customers' question like, I need to do a bank transfer. And every question that has to do with bank transfer has a predefined response. So why not ask a robot to do the response for you while you concentrate on other difficult tasks? So there are other tasks that AI cannot do. Let's just be truthful with ourselves. There are other difficult tasks that AI cannot. There are some tasks, for instance, you need to carry out operation like for someone who needs to deliver a baby. Fine, robots are doing it in some part of the world, but this has to deal with life. So I don't think you we will ask the robots to like replace 100 the whole doctors in the world. It's not possible. The robots might do the menial part of the work, like repeat jobs that has to do with repetition, repetition, repetition. No, the robots can do those ones. But the harder parts, a human intervention is needed. Now, for someone who wants to pick a career with it, I would advise it's a very good field to pick a career with, but you have to move with the trend. Like things are changing. For instance, the one in vogue is the generative AI, like trying to generate new data, new images, new things from the existing one. So how can you compare which one is fake, which one is original? So these are things that are really coming up. Like you see some faces, They are not real, they are generated faces. You see some clothes, they are not real, they are generated. Shoes and all of that, they are not real. So it's a field that evolves with time. So you need to move with time. Like you just have to like upskill. That's why I said previously, read papers. If you want to go into this field, read and study what others are doing and try to read and know what is going on currently. So AI taking our jobs, it's a no for me, at least from my end. It's a no. It's a no. If and only if you are learning. But if you, and it's not all field that you can like use for AI. It's not possible. For instance, if you need to construct a house, fine, you can have a tool that can help you draw the plan of the house, that can help you design the house, but you need human effort to mix the cement, to carry the sand, and all of those things. So you are still relevant. So AI cannot just do everything, it's not possible. The key thing we are emphasizing on is there are some things that you do repetitively, or the things that you know it's simple that a machine can do, a tool can do. Try to use AI and then you get it done faster. For instance, there are tools online that can create content. You need to write a 5,000 words. Maybe you need to for content creators and the rest. You cannot just sit down and start writing and writing and writing. There are tools that can give you ideas. Oh, I need to write 5,000 words, blah, blah, blah. And then in within 30 minutes, you are done. What would have taken like 3 days. So it's just to help you enhance and make your work faster. Okay, what advice will you give to someone who is getting into tech? You don't need to be overwhelmed. And I will say go with what you're passionate about. You don't need to like go into tech because that is what is like raining or because my friend is doing it. No. If you're passionate about it, go into it. And if you already have maybe a background in maybe any other field, try to see how you can incorporate tech into your own field. You don't have to like leave your field totally and now go into computer science because you want to go into tech. No. If you're a microbiologist, you don't need to like leave your course totally and then move to computer science and start learning coding. No. Try to see how you can incorporate all of these things into your own microbiology field. And I think that will be fine. Okay. But some of these guys, caterer, shoemaker, fashion designer, they are using this, but they don't even know. Ask me, most of these people advertise their stuffs on WhatsApp, on maybe Twitter and the rest. They are using tech. How do you think they see customers? Like my friend, she said the person who sold her wedding dress was found online through Instagram. So she just went online and just searched for wedding dress and designers. And then she found a particular design. She was interested in it. She liked it. And then she contacted the person. So this designer is not, she does not even know the person at all. She found her on Twitter. So the designer used at least something to get customer. So you don't just sit down at home and say, "Oh, I'm a fashion designer." Only your family members knows you're a fashion designer. No, advertising things online, you are using tech, you're incorporating tech, and there are some tools that can also help you learn your stuff. Even on, like I said, it's not only learning coding online. You can learn how to cook on YouTube online. That is incorporating tech. You learn how to do some things using resources that you find online. It's part of it. And there are some, should I say, for those cooking recipe and all of that will be there. You follow it and you are good to go with whatever you want to do. So it's not just the big thing of doing this coding part that you are using tech. No. The little thing, as small as your calculator, is an AI. As small as your smartphone is an AI. So these are simple things that we use that we don't know. It's just like the idea is try to use it more is what we are trying to advocate here. It will make your life like much more simpler, simple rather. So for anyone in this kind of category you just listed, whether okay, I think okay, shoemakers and co, you can also learn different things online. Get your customers, advertise things online, and you are good to go. So it's not just I have to code, I have to learn these soft skills before I can. No. So these are basic things you need to do and you'll be fine. So with that, you try to see, oh, the type of shoe that is in vogue, what are people really wearing? If you don't go online to advertise these things, make yourself know, you won't know what is really happening. You might still be designing the old method, not knowing something new is in vogue. So that is that.
All right, thank you so much, and we are really grateful for everything you shared, and which one of the things is people need to identify based on your field, identify
I can't
the
hear
best tools.
you. Um,
Can you hear me?
is it only for my yes, better now.
All right. Um, I was just trying to I like some of the things you mentioned on how to incorporate tech into the field any field you find yourself, identify based on your skills, learn, adapt into the field, and also collaborate. So on the final note, I would like you to give your final advice
I
to
can hardly hear
everyone.
you.
Wow. Can you hear me
Can
now?
you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Hello, can you hear me?
I don't know if
Yes, I
it's
can
coming from
actually
my
hear you here
end.
today. I can hear you very well. You too.
Oh, okay, maybe it's from the person's end. All right. So thank you everyone for joining, and you can also do well to network with your other people on this platform by dropping your names and also your social media that people can follow you on. And lastly, we are available on all our social media platform, and some of the questions Blessing answer today will be shared on our platform. So I know that you don't want to miss this opportunity to get to know how you can also incorporate tech into what you do by the steps you have to follow. So on Instagram, Tech It Girls, Twitter, Tech It Girls, Facebook, Tech It Girls, TikTok, Tech It Girls, YouTube, Tech It Girls, LinkedIn, Tech It Girls. And you can also send us an email at officialtechitgirls@gmail.com. So officially, we'd like to say thank you everyone for joining us. And until next time, which will be by February. And you can also get all of these updates on all our social media platforms. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.